2 households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona we lay our scene.
From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal lines of these 2 foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventures, piteous overthrows, do, with their death, bury their parents' strife.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage,
which but their children's ends nor could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage.
Which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbour-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts that quench the fire of your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins. On pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil bulls, bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague have thrice disturbed the quiet of our ancient streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast beside their graves beseeming ornaments, to wield old partisans in hands as old, cankered with hate, to part your cankered peace. If ever you disturb the quiet of our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. To old Freetown, our common judgment place once more on pain of death, all men depart. Who set this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, Benvolio, were you by when it began? Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them in the instant came, the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance to my ears, swung about his head and cut the winds, whom nothing hurt with all his timid scorn. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more and fought part on part, till the prince came, who parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
In truth, an hour before the worshipped sun hid forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drave me to walk abroad, where, underneath the grove of sycamore, that westward routeth from the city's side. So early walking did I see Romeo. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affections by my own, that most are busied when they're most alone, pursued my humour, not pursuing his, and gladly should who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. Black and portentous must his humour prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
See where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievance, or be much denied. Oh, good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
By me, sad hours seem long.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that, which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of a favour where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, could be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, whose view is muffled still, should without eye see pathways to his will. Oh, heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health. This love for your life. Dost thou not laugh?
No, because I rather weep.
Good-hearted what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why? Is love's transgressions. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed. Love is smoke raised with the fume of sighs, being purged as smoke in one lover's eyes. A choking gal, a preserving sweet. Farewell, my coz.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
Show me a mistress that is passing fair. Farewell, my coz.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
Oh, no. What say the Capulets to my suit?
But saying, oh, what I have said before, Juliet is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than her. Ah, happy mother's maid.
And too soon married are those so early made. The earth has swallowed up all my hope but she. She's the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris. Get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agree. Within her scope of choice lies my consent and fair according voice. The Capulets hold an accustomed feast, whereto they've invited many a guest. At their poorhouse look to behold this night earth-treading stars that make dark heavens light. Come, go with me.
The Capulets hold an old accustomed feast, whereto they have invited many a guest.
At this same ancient feast of Capulets sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattained eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
Tell me, Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honour that I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Here in Verona, younger than you, ladies of esteem are already made mothers. Thus then in grief. The valiant Paris seeks you for his love. A man, lady, such a man. Why, as all the world, he's a man of wax. Verona's summer hath not such a flower. Tonight you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of Paris's face and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married alignment and see how one another lend content. So you shall have all he doth possesses, having him, making yourself no less. Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like, if looking like you move. But no more deep lie and dark my eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Well, go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplagued with corns will have a bout with you. My mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she I'll swear hath corns. Am I come near ye now? Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor and can tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room, and foot it, girls. More light, you ladies, and turn the tables up, and quench the fire, the room is grown too hot. Ah, sirrah, this unlooked-for sport comes well.
hand of yonder night. She doth teach us the torches to burn bright, and hangs up on the cheek of night, like a rich jewel in Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, and earth too dear. Measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed in my rude hand. Did my heart love till now, will swear its sight, for I've never seen true beauty until this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither, covered with an antic face, to fear and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honour of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin. I swear, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite, to scorn our solemnity this night. 'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle post, let him alone. He bears him like a courtly gentleman, and, to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not, for the wealth of this town, here in this house, do him disparagement. Therefore be patient, take no note of him.
Patience perforce and wilful choler greeting make my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitter gall.
I profane with mine worthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine as this. My lips too blushing pilgrims ready stand, with smooth rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints' lips and holy palms too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. Pray grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
That's from my lips, in fact, prayers I take. Then the sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have touched.
Sin from my lips, O trespass, sweetly urged. Give me my sin.
You kiss by the book. Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What's her mother?
Married bachelor, her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and wise and virtuous. I nurse her daughter that you talked withal.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is foe's debt.
Away, begone, the sport is at its best.
So fear mine rest.
Come hither, lads. Who is that gentleman, he that follows there that would not dance?
His name is Romeo and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love is this to me, that I must love a loathed enemy?
Now old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gapes to be his heir. That fair for which love groaned for and would die when tender Juliet marched, is now not fair. Now Romeo is beloved and loves again, alike betwitched by the charm of looks. But to his foe supposed he must complain, as she still loves sweet bait from fearful hooks. Being held a foe, he may not have access to breathe such vows as lovers used to swear. And she is much in love, her means much less to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lends them power. Time means to meet tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy centre out. But soft, through light yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill thy envious moon, who is sick and pale with grief. Thou, her maid, art far more fair than she is, but not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestial livery is sick but green, and none fools do wear it. Cast it up. Oh, it is my lady, it is my love. See how she leans, her hand upon her cheek. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, so I could touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Bright angel, for thou art that, bring over my head as glorious to this night as a winged messenger of heaven, and he bestrides the lazy pacing of the clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, and if thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I speak at this, or shall I hear more of this?
'Tis thy name that is thy enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other it would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection that he owes without that title. Romeo doth thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take yet thy word. I'll be newly baptized, henceforth I'll never be Romeo.
What man art thou thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. Thy name is hateful to thyself, because it is an enemy to thee.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know that sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here,
With love's light wings did I overapproach these walls. Stony limits cannot hold love out. Thy kinsmen are no let to me.
if they find thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in than I, than 20 of their swords, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world that they find thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. My life were better ended by their hate than death prolonged wanting for their love.
I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lightning which doth seize our one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove to thee a beauteous flower when we next meet. Good night, good night. The sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within thy breast.
Wouldst thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction can thou have tonight?
The exchange of love's faithful vows.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it. And if I were to give it again,
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose
but
love?
be frank and give it to thee again. And yet I wish for but the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet?
I hear some noise come from within. Sweet Montague, be true.
Blessed night, I am afeard. Being in night is all but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Montague, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes I'll lay at thy foot, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon, but if that means not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come. Send me word tomorrow.
You thrive my soul.
Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I will say night till it tomorrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes and peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep in peace, so sleep to rest. Hence I will go to my ghostly father's cell, his to crave, and my hap to tell. Good morrow, my father.
What a dice to take. Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed.
Been resting.
Where must have been then?
I said, I pray pray thee, ask it me again. I've been feasting with an enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, whereby my wounds both are remedies. My intercession likewise steads my foot.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then, plainly know my heart dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet, as mine on hers, and hers is on mine. We met, we wooed, and make exchange of thou. And as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Is Rosaline, whom thou dost love so dear, so soon forsaken? Oh, then young men's love lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Oh, Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine is this? Hast thou washed thy sallow mouth for Rosaline? How much salt water thrown away in waste to season love that of it doth not taste? Oh, if thy groans ring yet in my ancient ears. Upon thy cheek, the stain of an old tear doth sit. If ever thou did wash thyself, and these woes thine, these woes were for Rosaline. Pronounce this sentence then. Woman may fall, and there's no strength in men.
Thou chidst me off for loving Rosaline,
For doting, not for loving pupil mine.
and badst bury of my love.
Not to lie in one, to have another set beside it.
Pray thee, chide not, for whom I love now, doth grace for grace, and love to love allow. The other did not so.
Well, she knew well. Thy love did read, but could not spell. Come then, young waverer, and should this prove happy, it may turn thy household's rancour to pure love.
The clock struck 9 when I sent for the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours. Yet she has not come. Had she had affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my love, and his to me. But old folk, many feign as if they were dead, unwielding, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh God, she comes! Oh honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Come, what says Romeo?
Have you leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you to Friar Lawrence's cell, for there stays a husband to make you away! Now the wanton blood is upon your cheeks. Shall be scarlet straight if any news. Go, I must another way to fetch a ladder, by which your love will climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but it is you who shall bear the burden soon when it is night. Go, I'll to dinner, hie you to the cell.
High to high fortune, honest nurse. Farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours sorrow chides us not.
Amen. Amen. I cannot count here the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. It is enough to call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends. Like fire and powder, as they kiss combust. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in its taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately, and love long doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy, too late. Oh, here comes the lady. So light of foot it may never wear out the everlasting flint. A lover who bestrides the gossamer that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not fall. So light is vanity.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him as his thanks is too much.
Juliet, the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, unfold the imagined happiness that both in this dear encounter.
Conceits, more rich in matter than in words, brags of substance and not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love has grown to such excess I could not sum up half of it.
Come, we'll make short work of this, for by your leaves you shall not stay alone, till Holy Church incorporates two unto one.
your vile beginnings with this frame.
O noble prince, I can discover all, the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, his slain, whom Romeo's hand had slain. Romeo, that smoking fag, bade him to think how nice the horror was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered, with a gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, correcting truths of the unruly spleen of Tybalt's death face, but that he tilts with piercing steel the bolt of Mercutio's breast. All is hot, turns deadly winter, and with a martial scorn, with one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, cries aloud, holds friends, friends apart. Swifter than his teeth, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes. Underneath his arm, an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio. And then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And Tutti, they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them, was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly? This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affections make him false, he speaks not true. I beg for justice which thou must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo. His fault concludes, but the law must end the life of Tybalt.
For the defence, immediately do we exile him hence. I've an interest in your hate's proceeding. For my blood, for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none, and let Romeo hence in haste. Else, when he's found, that hour shall be his last. Bear his body hence, and attend our will. Mercy for murderers, killing those that murder.
Come, night, come, Romeo, come, thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than you snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, loving a black-browed night, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Nurse, what news? Why must I wring my hands?
Oh, the day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. I like the day. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself?
I saw the wound, I saw it with my eyes. God save the mark here on his manly breast. A piteous cause, a bloody, piteous cause. All pale, pale as ash, all bedaubed in blood and gore. I swim to the sight.
Break my heart, the bankrupt break at once. To prison eyes they look on liberty. O vile earth, to earth resign and motion here. And now when Romeo press on heavy bier.
Oh, Tybalt, the best friend I ever had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dear loved cousin and my dearer lord, this dreadful trumpet sound the general doom for
gone, and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God! Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas today it did.
Oh, servant heart, hid with such a flowering face. Did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Was ever book contain such foul matter so fairly found? This deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
These woes, these griefs, these sorrows, they make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered by thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit, for 'tis a throne where honour may be crowned, sole monarch of the universal earth. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Hie you to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark ye, your love will be here soon. I'll to him, he's at Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him and give this ring to my one true knight. Bid him come take his last farewell.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow proves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my day sung with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday can be the prince's doom?
The judgment had vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment! Be merciful! Say death! For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than banishment. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence, banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death, calling death banishment. It's as if thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince taking thy part hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is their mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and every little mouse and every unworthy thing may live here and look upon her. Romeo may not. He is banished. And say'st thou yet that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mixed? No sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death, no never so mean, but banish it to kill me. Banish it. Oh, Friar the damned use that word in hell. Howlings attend it. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a sin absolver, a ghostly confessor, my friend, profess to mangle me with that word? Banish it.
How fond madman, hear me but speak a word.
But thou wilt speak again of banishment. It helps not, it prevails not, talk no more. Thou canst not speak if thou that dost not feel. What thou, as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me and like me, banish it. Then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Romeo, hide thyself. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, holy friar, oh, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground with his own tears made drunk.
Us!
Ah, sir, well, death's the end of all.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth she not think me an old murderer, and I have stained the childhood of our joys with blood but little from her own? Where is she? And how doth she? And what says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, then falls down on her bed, then starts up again, then Tybalt calls, then Romeo cries, and then down again.
It's as if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her, just as that name's cursed hand did murder her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, in what part of this vile anatomy doth my name lodge? Oh, tell me, that I may sack the hateful mansion!
Hold thy desperate hands. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish, thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman in seeming man or ill-beseeming beast, physician better tempered? Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself and slay too the lady that lives in thee? What? Rouse thee, man, thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead, there art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt, there art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns to exile, there art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Go. Get thee to thy love, as was decreed, ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt stay, till we can find time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 100,000 times more joy than thou wentst for lamentation. Go before, nurse, command me to thy lady, and bid her hasten the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes an absent. Romeo is coming.
Oh, Holy Friar, I could stay here all night to hear good counsel. What learning is. My lord, I'll tell my lady you'll come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir. A ring she bid me give you. Hark, for it grows very late.
Wilt thou be gone? 'Tis not yet near day. It was the nightingale, not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of the ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Its candles burn out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it I. It is a meteor that the sun exhales. To be to thee this night a torchbearer and guide thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needest not to be gone.
Oh, let me be ta'en. Let me be put to death. I am content. So thou wilt have it so. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is my soul? Let's talk, it is not yet day.
It is, hie hence, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps, therefore be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes. Farewell, farewell. Adieu, and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, lord, I husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I'll be much in years ere again I behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Do thou thinkest we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh, I have an ill divining soul. Methinks I see thee, now thou art below, as if one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
Trust me, love, in my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, fortune, fortune! All men call thee fickle.
Now, I bring these joyful tidings.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech you, my lord?
Well, well, to bring thee from thee heaviness, one I've sorted out a sudden day of joy.
In happy time, what day is that?
Marry my child early next Thursday morning. The gallant, young and noble gentleman, County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, there he will not make me a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed ere he that comes to woo. I pray you, sir, tell my lord and father that I won't marry yet, and when I do, it shall be to Romeo rather than Paris. Who knows? How shall this be prevented? What sayest thou? Hast thou no words of joy, some comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is vanishing, and all the world to nothing that he dares never come back to challenge you, or if he did, it needs must be by stealth. Then since the case stands as it doth. I think it best you marry with the county. I think you are happy in the second marriage, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were as living here, and you know use of him.
Thou speakest from thy heart.
And from my soul, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell my lady that I am gone, having displeased my father to lodge herself, to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked friend! It is more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which ye have praised him with above compared so many 1,000 times. Go, counsellor! Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Unto the friar to know his remedy, and if all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir, the time is short.
My lord, the prince will have it so, and I am not slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind, and even as a course I like it not.
Immoderately, she weeps for Tybalt's death. Therefore I have talked little of love, for Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow some sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inunction of her tears, which, too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now, do you know the reason of this haste?
Would I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady towards myself.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, and I may be your wife.
Maybe. Must be. Love on first night.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
From you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I'll confess to you.
Surely, I am sure that you love me.
I'll confess to you that I love him.
Oh, son. Thy face is abused with tears.
Tears hold small victory at that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Wasn't tears from that long.
That is a truth, sir, which is no slander, and what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, holy father, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God's shield, I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday next earlier arouse thee. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me a way I may prevent it. Be not so long to speak, for I long to die. If what thou speakest, speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If thou art willing to marry County Paris, it is likely thou wilt have the strength of will to undertake a thing like death, to chide away this shame that copeth with death himself, to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris, from off the battlements of yonder tower, or bid me go in a new made grave, or hide me with dead man in his shroud, things that to hear them told have made me tremble. And I will do so without fear and doubt to live an unstained wife to my true love.
Hold then. Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Take thou this phial, then being in bed, this distilled liquor drink thou up. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humour, for no pulse shall keep its noted progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes. Thy eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. Each part deprived of supple 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou, dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, look that thou lie against. Shall Romeo by my letters know of our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will wake thee. And that very night he will bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee of this present shame, which heavy sorrow makes them out of thee.
Oh, give me, tell not me of fear.
Get thee gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I shall send a friar with speed to Mantua, with my letters to thy lord.
Oh, Lord, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear that thrills through my veins, that almost freezes up the heat of life. Come, vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, this shall prevent it. Lie thou there. What if it be a mixture? Poison which the friar hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonoured because he married me before to Romeo. I fear it is, and yet methinks I should not, for he is still betrayed, a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time Romeo doth come redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault to whose foul mouths no healthsome air breathes in, and there lie strangled ere my Romeo comes? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed by all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefather's joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in this rage with great kinsman's bone, as with a club dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look, methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo, for he did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
Mistress! What mistress? Juliet! Fast, I warrant she. My lamb, my lady. Fie, you slug of it. What? Not a word? You take your penny's worth now. Sleep for a week. For the next night, I warrant, the County Paris has set up his rest, that you shall rest but little. God forgive me. Marion, amen, how sound she is asleep. I must needs wake her. Madam! Madam! What? Dressed and in your clothes and down again. I must needs wake you. Lady! Lady! Lady? Alas! Alas, help! Help! My lady is dead! Help! Revive! Look up, or I shall die with thee! Oh, what a day! She's dead! Deceased! Dead! Paul, help! Help!
Is the bride ready to go to church?
I long thought to see this morning's face. Doth it give me such a sight as this? Never was so black a day as this. Oh, woeful day! Oh, woeful day! Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain. My cruel cruelty quite overthrown. Oh, love, oh, life, not life, but love and death.
Go, Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair course into her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
News from Verona! How now, friend? Dost thou not bring me any letters from the friar? How fares my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, sir. Her immortal part with the angels. Oh, pardon me for springing such ill news, since thou did leave it for my office, sir.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars! Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, sir.
No matter. Get thee gone. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter into the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary. As I do remember, yes, this should be the house. What ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, then. I see thou art poor. Hold, there is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison. Such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the weary life-taker may fall dead, and that the trunk may be discharged of breath as violently as hasty powder doth fire from the fatal cannon's womb.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Come cordial, and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again, nor get a messenger to bring it there.
Unhappy fortune, by my brotherhood, this letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, and the neglecting of it may do much danger. Now must I go to alone to this monument. Within 3 hours fair Juliet will wake, and she will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will write to Mantua again, and keep her in my cell till Romeo comes. Poor living corse closed in a dead man's tomb.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food. How oft, when men have been at the point of death, which their keepers call the lightning, how may I call this the lightning? Oh, my love, my wife, death should have sucked the honey of thy breath, has had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag hath not advanced at death. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your lust. Arms, take your last embrace, and lips, oh, you doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss, dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavoury guide, thou desperate pilot, now at once, when on the dashing rocks thy seasick, weary bark, here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die.
What's this? Cup closed in my true love's hand. to make dye with the restorative. You noise, then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheep. Their rust and let me die.